is paying for it, right?
Mhm.
Somebody is paying for it.
Mhm.
Like who
Mhm.
who built it, and why did they build it, and how did they build it, and so
Mhm.
there's a lot of questions there about
Maybe some ecologists. Ecologists.
ecologist. Uh, uh, uh,
Scientists. Mm.
yeah, yeah. I don't have a good relationship with ecologists because I like
Mm.
scientists. Ecologists is
Mhm.
my opinion is it's logical to be good. We don't need
Mhm.
there's a special term,
Mhm.
virtue signaling, right? Virtue signaling. Now, virtue, these are good characteristics, and signaling is to signal is to tell people something.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Now, in my opinion, and it's just me, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Ecologists are virtue signaling. They are
Mhm.
saying, "Look at me! Look at how good I am! I'm here to
Mhm.
save the world." And
Mhm.
I think that I believe that people are good people in general, right? So I
Mhm.
think that people are they're good people. They do good things. They don't need to say, "Look at me! I'm so good." And
Mhm.
think about the thousands of scientists who spend 10, 20, 30 years in laboratories with information and studying and collecting data, and
Mhm.
nobody knows who they are.
Mhm.
Like nobody sees them. Nobody knows who they are. They are they're quiet. They're happy. They get on with their job and they
Mhm.
live their life. And it's an important job.
Mhm.
They don't say, "I'm an ecologist. Look at me. I'm here to save the environment or save the." They don't say that.
Mm.
But
Ah.
they're doing good things, right? They're doing good things,
Mhm.
but they don't
Mhm.
say.
Ecologists do problems. Lot of problems.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of environmental
Mhm.
problems.
Mhm.
There's a book. There's a very good book called Watermelons. Watermelons. N-
Melon? What is melon?
Okay, melon is melon. No, it's the
Melon. Yes, yes, yes. I
okay,
understand.
okay.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
watermelon is the big melon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, what color is a watermelon? Tell me.
Oh,
What color is a watermelon?
would mean melon orange? Co
No,
nie
that's a small. That's a
green.
small.
Green.
Yes, yes, the big ones are
Green.
green, right?
Green. Mhm.
Okay. Green on the outside.
Mhm.
What color is a
Red.
water? Ah,
Yes.
ah, ah.
Mhm.
There's a very good book called
Mhm.
Watermelons, and
Mhm.
it's uh, it's a study of the environmental organizations,
Mhm.
and they are more at the top. Okay, at the top they are more communist,
Mhm.
socialist than they are environmental. At the bottom level,
Mhm.
they are environmental, but at the top
Mhm.
level, they are socialist organizations.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
one of the biggest organizations in the world is Greenpeace.
Greenpeace. Yes.
Greenpeace. Now, Greenpeace was started by two men. It was started by two men.
Mhm.
One of these men left and said, "I don't want any more to do with this because at the beginning we were green, but now we are red."
Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm.
And it's it's a very because people who understand that if you want to control people,
Mm.
you must control habit.
Mm.
And if you want to control habit, you must control habitat.
Habitat is what's it? What's it? Habitat?
Habitat.
Hab-
It's the same in Slovak, no? Habitat. No? You don't have that in
What?
Slovak? Okay, I thought it was the same word. Right. Environment.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So your habits, what you do every day,
Mm-hmm.
are connected very, very closely to your habitat, your environment, the place
Mm-hmm.
where you live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sociologists understand that if you want to control people, you control the habitat of the people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Town A, town B, road.
Mm-hmm.
People will walk on the road. They
Mm-hmm.
will not go that way, they will not go that way.
Mm-hmm.
And if the road goes like this, with all these curves and bends, then the people will go like that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the habitat controls the habit, and so if somebody wants to control what people do, the easiest way is to control what happens in the environment, the land, and that's what these organizations do. You can do this, you can't do that,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell people
Mm-hmm.
what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is wrong, and it's very sometimes it's too much. Right? Sometimes it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Take the example where my parents live. Right,
Mm-hmm.
there is the golf course, and
Mm-hmm.
next to the golf course is the river,
Mm-hmm.
and the river is eating the golf course.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
naturally. Okay, naturally the river is,
Yeah.
and so the golf course wants to put something in between the
Mm-hmm.
river and the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Logical, right? It's logical.
Yes.
But but
Mm-hmm.
all of the environmental organizations, they say no, you can't
No.
do that. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not natural.
No. Mm-hmm.
Uh, excuse me, how did you get here today? You drove your car.
Mm-hmm.
Cars are not natural. Yeah, you look at the clothes you're wearing. Did you make your own clothes? Where did you get your clothes? Where did they come from? Right, that's probably not natural. Right. Where do you live?
Mm-hmm.
You, the,
Mm-hmm.
what was there before your house or your home or your flat was there. I mean that's not natural. I mean there's almost nothing that humans do
Mm-hmm.
that is natural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we explore, because we're creative. And the crazy thing is we don't want to make a mess. We don't want to pollute. But at the same time, the most creative people in the world are children.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Have you ever been in a children's room when they're creative? Like everything
Mm-hmm.
is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're cutting pieces of paper and
Mm-hmm.
drawing on everything,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everything is something else, and the boxes and the building, and um, the girls are putting clothes on the teddy bears, and it's a big mess, right? it's just natural. It's just
Mm-hmm.
natural. And it's, oh, there should be zero waste. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't like waste, but there should not be zero waste, because zero waste means
Mm-hmm.
zero production,
Yes, of course.
right? So that's not good.
Mm.
Um, so I find it very, very interesting how pe- people's thoughts are not very deep.
Mm-hmm.
People's thoughts are not very deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, zero waste, that's a great idea. It's like, well, until you want production, and
Mm.
when you produce,
Yes.
there's always something else. There's always something extra
Mm-hmm.
that's created.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we shouldn't have coal power stations. Well, where does your power come from? Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? Where does your power come from? Where does your energy come from? Yeah, you close all the power stations and nobody will have any energy. That's really not a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then, oh, in the West we want green energy. Oh, what does that even mean? Of course, some things are practical. Solar energy is relatively practical as an idea, and we should study and look into that more. But there's no ways. Solar energy is still really expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
there's no energy that's cheap.
Yes.
There's no
Very.
energy that's cheap. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, we can't build coal power station. Okay, you can't have a coal power station, but like China builds like 5 new power stations every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's some crazy, crazy number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh, so uh, it's like the part. I was reading the homework. Just to jump onto that for a second. There was the air pollution.
Air pollution. Yes.
Yeah, in
I
the
should.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and just because it connects to
Mm-hmm.
that. I was reading that, and there was the crazy number about
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
children that
Mm-hmm.
the World Health Organization says that there are 3.8 million deaths every year as a result of
Mm-hmm. Air
smoke
pollution.
in the home.
Yes.
In the,
Household
yeah, in the
air
household,
pollution.
in the home from dirty things
Mm-hmm.
around the home.
Mm-hmm.
The 3.8 million people. That's
Unbelievable.
I know that's
Unbelievable.
it's completely unbelievable. I mean that that was what's that as a rough average? That's 300,000 a month. That would be this is 300,000 a month, right? That's crazy. That's just round about 100,000 a week. 100,000 people a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and the problem is that people don't organize their plastics in
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes.
much madness, much
Mm-hmm.
madness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everywhere,
Yes, everywhere.
everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So,
All over the world.
yeah, absolutely. And
Worldwide.
yeah, and then everything is like everything is dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Cars are dangerous. Changing light bulbs are dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Stairs are dangerous. You could fall down them.
Everything.
Yeah. Pencils are dangerous because stab myself with a pencil. So I, there's again there's a thin line, and on one side it's okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the other side it's not. So uh,
Mm.
mm, mm, um, so there, may I prefer scientists to
Mm-hmm.
ecologists because
Mm. Yes.
because I don't
It
know
is different.
Yeah, it's different, and for me, I like this. I like the scientific approach of study, data,
Mhm.
analysis, feedback, information,
Mhm.
reflection, progress.
Mhm.
Step by step by step by step, and then
Mhm.
the same process again, and then the same process
Mhm.
again
Mhm.
to to uh, to understand and to make things better.